All right. First of all, it's great to meet you, DJ Jelly. I'm
What's
a
going
huge
on, bro?
fan. Huge fan.
Appreciate it.
So question.
Yes.
How did you get the name DJ Jelly?
Hey, I'm just a sweet guy. You know what I'm saying? On the
Okay.
real, sweet
Okay.
dude. For real.
Okay.
I don't know when LL Cool J came out with the Crush You Like a Jelly Bean. I was a teen. That's my generation, and I just for some reason just like Jelly Bean, and I was just like DJ Jelly.
Man,
It's even more intense than that, but that just was right on time when I really first tried messing around with turntables.
Okay. Cool. That's what's up. So, was DJing like your first passion?
No, not at all. Really, art has always been my passion, fine art.
Okay.
So I went to school for that and everything. I used to do when I was a kid. Always did fine art, draw, charcoal, and all that type of stuff too.
Wow.
Yeah, so I just kind of really incorporate the concepts into mixing.
Right.
Because when I mix, I don't necessarily mix as a DJ. I mix more from a standpoint of being a visual artist. That's how I see music.
You just dropped the jewel for the DJs. Young DJs out here, please make sure you listen to what he just said. That's a jewel right there.
Yeah.
A question. I know you got a few classic mixtapes out there.
Right.
I know you was rocking with your boy MC Assault.
Right. That's where it come from. Shouts out to Assault.
Okay. How did y'all link up?
Really, man, we linked up with a mutual friend of ours in the '90s by the name of Freddie B's. He's the dude who did most of the hardcore Oomp Camp stuff, the original, like the ATL hole and all that, like all the Sammy Sam, Intoxicated. We met on a mortar. I had my little R8 drum machine, and he's like, "Man, you do that?" And I was like, "No, I'm kind of messing around with it." And then we got to talking. He's like, "Man, I got a friend, MC Assault from Jonesboro South. He wanted to go ahead and put out, and diss the J team and get a DJ." I was like, "All right, cool. I'm with it. I'm with it." Then we end up meeting up with Salt and then vibing from there.
That's what's up, man. ATL Ho is one of my favorite songs of all time.
Man, classic. That's a national anthem.
I mean, I would literally have like a 30-minute ride, and I play the song and repeat the whole.
That's
time.
right. It's an anthem. Next thing just like No More Play. Shouts out to Troy.
Yeah.
Hey,
Troy, definitely a legend. Mm-hmm. Definitely big ups to him. So, question: how was the transition from, starting off as a mixtape DJ to being a club DJ to being like one of the hottest stamped in radio DJs?
You said how was the transition?
Yeah, how was the transition from?
It was mostly just being, just really appreciating and having the passion to do what you do, and just placing yourself in that surroundings of where people were. Whether it's in the streets or whether it's just being there at the right time, but just putting myself, okay, I know I got to be, slinging these tapes on the corner over here, and then I know I got to go through Club Nicky's, and, just being on the scene.
Right.
And with each, as you come across people, you just network. You network.
Definitely.
People like, man, I heard this. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll come and try it. And
right.
You have to do that.
That's dope.
Just seize the opportunity.
That's great. Definitely hear a lot of growth, in what you were doing. So, question, I am an 80s baby.
Okay.
So my Freaknik experience was, it was kind of vague.
You were was young.
Yeah, but I loved it though. It was something like I never seen before, but I didn't really understand it as much. Like, how was the experience? Because I know you was one of the infamous DJs back at that time as well.
Yeah, that's really how I really came up. The whole Assault and DJ Jelly mixtape stuff came off really because a lot of people would come from all around, from everywhere, to experience this, festival. We would just be out there slaying those tapes. So it was just, we were in the moment of it. So we didn't know what the effect would be. We just enjoyed it. We networked. The thing about it was always networking. Really chopping up with folks, coming across Artist 69 boys, whoever it may be, Lou, and just chopping it up and having them come through the crib when everybody come in town and just powwow and game plan stuff, and it was like a fraternity thing. That's what it ended up developing into. And that was tight.
It sounded to me like, at that time it was definitely more about a team effort and, just holding your brothers down.
Everybody in the South working together, just like the Greek colleges was more like, that's really how we were musically at that time. Just really everybody networking.
Definitely.
And helping out. Oh man, you can go over there and holler at such and such on the west side, or you can go holler south. You know, we would just do that when people come in town.
That's dope, man. That's dope, man. And I hope the game continues to go in that direction as well.
Absolutely.
Question. I know you broke a lot of mainstream artists in your time.
Well, they wasn't mainstream then, but
time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So what was your favorite artist to work with?
To work with at the time, I would say Sammy Sam. Learned a lot from Sam. You know, shouts out to Sam.
Okay.
You know, Zone 3. He doing a little time right now, but he'll be out real soon. Right. But I just learned a lot on how he observed his surrounding clubs, the folks, how his mind worked with just really connecting with people when he performed, and you know how aggressive he was with with the music. And just,
right.
I learned a lot.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. So, how do you feel about the direction of music at this current time? Well, I would say just in the South for now.
In the South, I just to me it's it's still a lot of stuff happening in the South. It's just that as far as the platform of popular music, it's just kind of been condensed down to one thing, right. one sound, right. Which is not that's not where I'm coming from. That's not how I was raised. So right. I'm used to being able to get involved with people who got their own different vibes, and
right.
It might be 5, 6, 7 different lanes of people.
Right.
They don't even sound the same. They're just totally different, but they have one cause. So that's kind of the only setback. But I mean, it's here. Right. Just really giving other artists opportunities. For me, I've been in the game, I'm kind of at that point where, and it's really been my career just to give the person opportunity.
Right.
So I'm looking at other younger artists like Jid, with Earth Gang, and people who are out here doing their thing, and just giving them that platform so they can come and do what they do.
Definitely, that's what's up, man. It's good to have
Russ,
like
and
I love Russ.
Yeah, because there's other things in Atlanta, besides one trap sound.
Right. Now, question, and I'm glad you said that. So, do you feel like soon there's going to be another transition into a different sound?
Well, absolutely. It's always the transitioning going on. It's just the fact that popular music, once they get a hold of it, that's just how it goes. Like, well, this is the new thing. But it's always a transition.
Definitely.
I just think we just kind of in this space now where everybody feel that they have to do the same thing to succeed.
Right.
And it's not necessary.
Right.
But I think it's more responsibility of the older cats who've been in the game like me and the rest of them that help, holler at the younger DJs and show them different ways, because a lot that's been kind of a problem too from our side. It's like, the old cats like, man, I can't talk to them young folks. They ain't gonna listen to me. Now you have to.
Right.
Or you got to find those that connect with you and create the new situation. Right. You have to.
All right. Quick question.
Okay.
Where do you see your brand in the next 5 years?
The next 5 years.
Yes, sir.
Jelly management.
Okay.
Management. Okay. Straight up. I mean, that's kind of what I've always kind of done in the past. Like help groom, like DJ Walk It Out and all that. Just really kind of manage and help groom and really consult artists on their direction. That's just always really been my thing.
That's what's up, man. And I'm glad to hear that you're passionate about that and just helping other people and just being selfless. That's what's up. I feel like, I don't know everything, but one thing I do know, the less selfish you are, the better things work out for you.
It's very true. That's very true.
Yeah.
Of course, I had my time when I first was coming up. I got a little cocky. People go through stuff, but once you really understand your purpose, then all that other stuff kind of gets out the way. You really know how to be like, nah, that ain't. Right. I'm not going like that. I'm not kicking it like that.
Right. Understand. What tips do you have for any independent artist that's coming up out here in the game right now? Like, what advice would you give them?
To really have good people around you to help you with your vision, who understand your vision. I would say definitely to really study, research. That's, people in the hip hop game, and then we talk about culturally, black folks, we don't research enough. So we need to research musically what's going on, because if you're playing sports, you're going to find out about past sports teams and greats.
Right.
That's important.
Right.
Because it helps you. Music is the same thing. Hip hop is the same thing. Atlanta music, Southern music, same thing. You got to research and know what's gone before you.
Definitely.
So you can go forward and and carry on.
Definitely.
To be great. That's about being great.
Definitely.
And what you love.
You're right. So, on that note, right?
Yep.
Who do you feel are like some of the pioneers, not just in Georgia, but the South music in general?
South music?
Yeah. Just name a few of the pioneers.
Oh, man.
I got a couple of them too.
Uncle Luke.
Okay, that's
Skywalker got nothing but love to him.
Yeah.
Jay Prince.
Yeah.
Master P. Tony over there with A-Ball MJG.
Mm-hmm.
Man, who else would I say? Organized Noise.
Yeah, they dope.
The Oomp Camp.
Yeah.
Those just name a few.
That's what's up, man. The time they came out, the South was just becoming a little more relevant because it was being ran by up north for a minute.
Right.
And we came with that flavor, and we showed them that we can compete as well. So.
And we've been holding it down ever since. And shout out to my man Four Eyes, because we are at his spot. He can rap his ass off. And we had the legendary Fourth Ward right here at the 5 and Dime shop. Y'all got to come and visit and shop.
Definitely. And shout out to Four Eyes, like he said. I kind of want Four Eyes to rap. Hit me with that freestyle he did on Word of Mouth. I ain't forgot about you now. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you. Yeah, shout out to you.
Doing business. So that's a beautiful thing.
Definitely.
Artists doing what they do.
Yeah, Four Eyes is definitely a dope individual. Another question. What was the biggest moment of your career to this date right now?
Biggest moment? Oh, man. It's hard to say one thing.
Right.
It's like in my early stages of being out. Like I remember one time when I first knew that I was here, I was at the corner of, I was at Westlake, and I was at the BP. Well, it used to be a BP over there at Westlake, Simpson Road, and I stood in the middle and I could hear each corner, everybody playing my tapes, me and Saul's tapes, and that was one of the most surreal moments. I was just standing there. It's like I was standing in the like when snow first come down and everything's quiet and the whole world is still. That's how I felt when I heard all the music playing in different directions. I was just like, and then of course, traveling across seas, going to the Middle East for the first time, and just from there, traveling like Asia and Europe on the regular and hearing Atlanta music in these places that you never thought, like, man, we did all this work in the basement and the streets, and here I am in the club and just looking at everybody who can't even speak American, just really vibe, ATL, whole, and all that, walk it out, whatever. And and I would say when I did the what was that, the VHS Southern Hip Hop honors to Dirty South, and I DJ for Organized Noise. And Master P and them was there. They did their thing. Jermaine was there. They did their thing, and all the Texas boys. So that was a big moment. It was the VH1 Hip Hop Southern honors.
Definitely, that's what's up.
It was on point. I was just like, wow.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Looking around like, that's what's up.
So, question: do y'all still? Well, I know it's more of a digital thing now.
Okay.
I don't really see a lot of DJs using vinyl as much.
Right.
How was the transition from vinyl to using a digital controller and software?
Not to cut you off, but the transition was from vinyl to CDs because they came out with CDJs.
Right.
So you were able to take CDs and manipulate it it was like a pre-controller, but it was a CD turntable.
Right.
So that was I wasn't really too happy with that, but I ended up adapting because it's business. You still got to survive. Right. And then when Serato came, the digital interface and the software, it was just like, I don't know. Of course you're going to resist stuff you don't know. And then I had to sit down and research it, mess with it. Man, I loved it. But, it's like I teach over at the Scratch DJ Academy.
Okay.
And Jam Master Jay started to have a branch here.
Okay.
And it was cool to just be able to still teach people who never knew anything about DJing vinyl, start with a one-on-one. We have a one-on-one course. So, we still can do the vinyl, but then, how to just bring all that together.
Right.
So, of course, it was a challenge each time things changed in terms of technology, but once I got into it, I still applied mentally what I do and how I think, and it's been a beautiful thing. But I still use vinyl.
Okay.
As far as even with the software, you can still use a vinyl that reads the MP3 coding, and you can still get funky with it.
Never knew that.
Yeah.
That's what's up. So all the young DJs out there, there's a lot of us out here.
Yeah, it's a lot.
What are 3 tips that you would give the young up-and-coming DJs out here?
I would say one is research. Two, get a squad that, you know, when I say, well, let's go back to one. When I say research about your history in music. You know, 30 South, East Coast, it doesn't matter. Anybody that came before you need to research, know what's going on, because it's just like playing sports. You know, LeBron, that's like LeBron said, well, I don't care about Dr. J or any of them old cats. Right. You have to, because you learn to make yourself better. Two, I would say get a good squad or people around you who respects what you do and have the same goals to make your situation better for yourself and for them. Right. You know, and it's kind of hard, but you have to do it. Even if it's 1 or 2 people, you have to do it. Have that person on your side.
Definitely.
And I would say 3, at the end of the day, you know, it's really just believe in yourself. And it's because you're going to have doubts and it's going to happen. But at the end of the day, it's about you and creating, period. At the end of the day. And you have to really stick to that. Even when you fall off, you just get right back. You just got to go back to that belief. You got to understand it.
That's real, though. Those are jewels. Make sure y'all take heed to what he's saying. This is a OG, stamped in, pioneer of the game. We got DJ Jelly. I got one last question for you. What legacy do you want to leave on the game? Once you're done with it, you know, ready to sit down and chill out, what legacy do you want to be remembered?
As the person that gave somebody an opportunity. Straight up.
You heard it. We need more people like DJ Jelly in the world. Shout out to DJ Jelly, OG, snapped in. Shout out to Black Dollar. Shout out to Black Four Eyes. Shout out to this beautiful venue we at right now, man. Shout out to all the wonderful people that helped us make this happen. Thank you so much, guys.